Hello everyone and welcome back to more Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons. Yeah, we are back one last time for the whole preliminary rounds of all the guys. Because in the last episode we cleared Shinji's preliminary stuff, so his first 3 free chapters, we have gone through them and gotten a little bit more insight on what Shinji's backstory and what Shinji's all about. Because, Mr. Mysterious Man over here, we have no idea, or we have very little, stuff we know about him, other than the fact that he plays the guitar and he does magic and what was the other fact that Hannah recalled? I don't know, I forgot one of them. But anyways, yeah, so we learned that by the end of his route, he could potentially be a lost Fae Prince. Oh my god, but it seems that even if we did find that out, or the possibility is there, he doesn't seem to, take into account that he's convinced about it or not. So maybe there's some speculations on maybe he is the lost prince, or and he just lost his memories on some incident regarding to that fact. So anyways, whatever, that's to be left in his full route, but for now we will leave it and move on to our last and final guy, which we can do his first 3 chapters on, which is Takumi, which is supposedly our childhood friend, apparently. So Takumi Arai, the quirky rogue. So the free-spirited Takumi comes from a human family that cautions him against getting involved with the mystical world he finds so fascinating. Though Takumi respects his family's reasons, he has no intentions of cutting ties with the supernatural world. Instead, he leads a secret nightlife only those closest to him know about. Ooh, so he is involved with some shady business. Oh my god. So anyways, his quote here is, "I was born to investigate." So I have a feeling that will get him into a lot of trouble. So let's move along then from his character file and get started on his first chapter. So let's go. So Twilight Falls is chapter 1's title. Wonder what that entails. But anyways, we are going back in time to the part where, we blew up the classroom, and then So, this is new. So we blew up the classroom because Kazuma had, instigated us to do so. And we woke up and he was like, yeah, you gotta choose somebody to help you control your powers, and it's part of their assignment as well. So instead of Hannah kind of looking over her options and choosing one of the guys, she's like, outright, I can't choose. So yeah, how can you expect me to just make a decision like that? Exactly. I need time to process all this, right? I gestured to everything and everyone around me. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I can't do that. I gotta choose then and now. You're almost literally a ticking time bomb. Yes, I am. If I let you go like this, you'll be risking other people's lives. Yes, that is true. And I can't let you do that. Please just choose. Just, god damn it. You're so, firm about that. Seeing the firm look on Hikaru's face, I take a step back. I feel cornered, and suddenly the large basement feels all too small. I glance towards the elevator in desperation. Make a run for it! But Hikaru's eyes follow my gaze. Hannah, I need you to calm down a little, okay? Like I said before, any of these guys know enough to teach you. Okay, they won't harm you, we just want to make sure you and everyone else is safe. Oh yeah, at this point, because Takumi is a human being who's non-magical, so he's technically not here. Okay, that makes more sense, because I always kind of expect Takumi to just pop out of nowhere kind of thing, like he's always been doing. So yeah, alright, that's why she's all freaking out and being like, I can't choose now because the guy that we're supposed to choose is not even here. Hikaru takes a step towards me, and I take another one back. Uh-oh. For some reason, my heart is pounding and I feel short of breath. She's gonna hyperventilate herself to death. I just need some time, please. I shut my eyes just for a few minutes, wishing that all of this would just stop. Go away. I feel my body burning up again, and I open my eyes to see nothing but light again. Oh, she's freaking out again. She's freaking out. Oh god, not again. Not again. And I just blew up the classroom. I have the strangest feeling this time, though. Why? I feel tingles all over my entire body like it's fallen asleep. Oh. It feels like It feels like I can feel every cell in my body. Yet my consciousness feels like it's moving far away from my body. What's happening? I feel like part of me is standing back against the wall. But another part of me is starting to get the sensation of falling? What the hell is happening? I have no idea. Did Takumi come in clutch and he just tranquilized us like he did the last time in Shoals Route? Oh. I feel air rushing around me. Holy Jesus, where am I? I snap open my eyes wide. I see the evening sky and the city spread out before me. I'm so stunned and confused that at first I don't react. But then the fear kicks in when I look down and see the university sidewalk beneath me. How the hell am I flying? I start screaming. Yes, scream, girl! Someone in yellow below me looks up. I can see their mouth become a perfect O. They spread out their arms in an awkward position, half to catch me, half to protect themselves. That's the last thing I see before impact. How the hell did I just transport myself like 50 feet into the air away from the university, and now wow, Hannah. Jesus, Hannah. Oof. Ugh. I guess you have teleportation as part of your magical skills too. In movies, sometimes they talk about someone cushioning another's landing, but that's entirely false. But the word cushion is the furthest word away from my mind when I think of how to describe this. Hitting him felt like slamming into a rock, and now we're sprawled onto the ground. We're sprawled out on the ground. Yes. Oh my God. I'm surprised are you still conscious? Yeah. Are you alive, Takumi? Ow, ow, ow. Damn it. That hurts. Nah, no kidding. You just fell like 50 feet. I slowly push myself up and realize I'm pushing into the chest of someone. Yes, it's Takumi. Someone I know. Hey, Takumi! Oh my God, did you like break a rib or some shit? Like, I'm not surprised if you did. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Takumi lifts his head, looking at me and gritting his teeth. I did not mean for this to happen. I noticed tears in his eyes. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Could you please move your knee? Oh, where is it? Where is it going? Oh, I glance towards my knee and realize that it's right in his crotch. Not exactly a good spot to be in. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I roll off Takumi and look at him desperately apologetic. I'm so sorry, Takumi. I don't know what happened. I splutter, trying to get the words out. Takumi just lies his head back against the concrete and lifts up one finger. I just seriously need a few minutes, please. Yeah. Take your time. Yeah, right. Sorry, yeah. Take your time. Yeah. I stand up and check myself for injuries. My pants are a little torn and scraped up, and I feel bruised in some places. But I don't seem to have any broken bones thanks to Takumi. Well, I'm more concerned of him having broken bones, because he did take the brunt of the force. Takumi slowly gets up, seeming to lack all the energy I'd seen him from in the past. Oh man, I'm sorry, Takumi. My bad. Takumi checks himself for injuries, but he doesn't appear to have any, which is impressive in itself, right? Oh my gosh. I guess rolling like that helps spread out the force. Oh, okay. Then a thought occurs to me. Did he somehow do that on purpose? Maybe. He looks up and our eyes meet. How do I even explain? Yeah, that I just appeared 50 feet in the air and then I suddenly plummeting to my death? Did you just fall from the sky? Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I think so. There's a brief silence and then he says something completely unexpected. Is this the part where I ask if you're a fallen angel or something? No, shut up. Don't you mean that I fell from heaven? I'm pretty sure a fallen angel would be considered a devil. Takumi laughs and it's an unexpectedly refreshing sound. It makes me relax a little and I give him a small smile. Oh. He bends down and picks something up. My glasses! These are your glasses, right? Yep. Oh yeah. Thanks. I slide them back onto my face. Takumi stares at me as I do and it takes me a little Takumi stares at me as I do and it makes me a little self-conscious. Yeah. So do you want to tell me what happened just now? I honestly don't have a clue either. Oh, ooh, since it's late, maybe like over a drink or dinner or something. Can you not, please? Is he asking me out? God, like thank you for catching me, but like still. I become flustered and try to think of a response. But then he runs a hand through his hair and sighs. Never mind, what am I thinking, right? You look like you're barely standing. How about I take you home instead? That's great. I hesitate. I left my bag in the other room, but it's not like I could go in. It's not like I could go and get it, right? That'd be really awkward. Just kind of walk back in and be like, "Hey, I'm back. I had to take a trip, and then you know, it was really refreshing." I suddenly get scared that the others are out looking for me. I hurry and nod to Takumi. Sure, I'd appreciate it. But do you mind if we hurry? I want to get home quick. Takumi seems to be examining me, but he says nothing. Sure, come on, let's go. I'm in the parking garage. Okay. A student having a car in the city? That's kind of strange. He must be super rich. No, he has a little scooter moped or some shit. We walk along a good clip until we reach the parking garage. Wait here a sec. Okay. Cool. Takumi runs off before I can say a word. A few minutes later, I hear a motor and see Takumi approaching on a white scooter. Heh, cute. I can't help but smile. Ah, okay, that makes much more sense. Alright, Takumi pouts a little at me. Are you laughing at my scooter? No, I think it's cute. What? No, not really. I mean, I just thought you had a car. A car would just be a hassle. You can't get into small spaces with a car. Oh, really? I brought this with my money this year, and we've already been through a lot together. Huh. I get the feeling this is going to be one of those speeches about how much a man loves his car, or scooter. I decide to cut that all quick. It's fine, I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. Scooters do make a lot more sense, and they're way cheaper. More environmentally friendly too. Yeah, so good on you. I gingerly get on behind Takumi. I did not sign up for this. At least I'm wearing pants today. I know, right? I feel ya. Take my helmet. I've only got one, so okay. Are you sure? I'd feel really bad if something happened to you. It's more likely to happen to you if you're inexperienced. Right. I guiltily take the helmet from him and put it on. Alright, you better hold on tight. Okay. Don't be shy. Pfft, shut up. I'm holding on for my own safety. I place my arms a little higher and try to keep a reasonable distance. I do my best to make sure nothing in particular is pressing up against his back. Yeah, like my boobs. Most of our ride is uneventful, and I think that Takumi is being considerate of me. I can't imagine what he thinks about what happened earlier. I mean, you're taking it pretty well, but like then again, we already know that Takumi kinda is like already aware of this magical stuff. When we get to my apartment building, he slows to a stop. I get off and hand the helmet to him. You did well. Thanks. You've ridden one before, haven't you? Or what? At least on the back of one. Okay. Yeah, a little. Takumi stares at me, and I have to wonder what he's thinking. I could swear he looks a little pouty again, but I can't imagine why. Well, you were the first girl to got to ride with me, so aren't I lucky? He gives me a thumbs up. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, thanks. He gives a little laugh, and I feel myself getting red again. But then he gets serious. Hey, you're from the other world, aren't you? Yes, I am. Well, now I'm part of it. I used to not be, but now I am. Huh? Other world? Takumi stares hard at me again and then pulls out his phone. Somehow you're new to all this, right? Yep. Don't worry, I know about that world too. So if you ever want to tell me what happened or need some help. He types something into his phone and then shows me. Okay. It's his name, number, and email in an unsent text message. I'll send this to you if you type in your number. Okay. Alright, he holds out the phone and I take it. I look at Takumi and then at the phone. I start typing my number and I hit send on the text myself. So just remember, I can help you if you want. Okay, sure, thank you. Just let me know. Alright, he puts on his helmet and waves at me. Okay, bye. All I can do is watch as he speeds off into the sunset. There he goes. The moment I stepped inside my apartment, it felt like all the events of the day caught up to me. I nearly collapsed then and there, but somehow managed to drag myself into bed. My whole body feels heavy, too heavy to move, so I don't even try to change into something else. I flop onto the bed with a deep sigh. Yep. Haha. I blow up a classroom, and then I just almost fall to my death. All in one day. I lay on my back with my eyes on one particular spot on the ceiling. No matter how much time ticks away with me laying still like this, my heart doesn't stop frantically beating away against my ribs. Even though I try not to think of anything, my mind floods with images of earlier today. The memory of feeling trapped in the way that Professor Kazuma looked at me. Man, he really puts pressure on you, huh? I shiver at the still very fresh image of his cold, awkward eyes. Aqua eyes. It didn't seem like he was going to let me go at all. And I don't know what happened to the people... And I don't know what happens to people who don't cooperate. To people who just run off like that, even if it wasn't intended. What if they do something to me? Nah, they won't. God, you're just overreacting. My stomach twists at the thought. I don't want to find out. Okay. I don't know enough about magic. I don't know enough about their world to even guess what they might do to me. They weren't going to leave me a choice. Oh well, they weren't going to give me a choice, or yeah, leave me a choice, whatever. The professor was insistent that I choose. All I wanted was to think about it for a little while. Yeah. Right? God. Part of me wants to lay in bed for eternity. If I don't ever move, then everything should be fine. If only the world works like that. Can't die, then lying here forever shouldn't be a problem. Shit, girl. You're really going down that path already so soon? If I pretend I don't exist, then it's all fine. Just thinking that, I know it's a lie. I would never be fine. None of this would ever be fine. It's all going downhill. I can't go back to Hagiwara. I have no doubt that they're pissed at me. I have no doubt that they're pissed off at me for disappearing like that. I mean, it's not my fault. They'll try to force me to choose again. But I really don't know, and if they force me into something like that, what else will I be forced into? Isn't it enough that that woman forced me into the situation in the first place? I didn't sign up for this! I sigh and close my eyes. Being angry about it feels so exhausting and pointless. Can I ever go back to being normal? Nope. Sorry. I mumble a question to the empty room. How I wish there was someone who would tell me that everything can be fixed with a simple flick of some magic wand. Sorry. You're stuck with it. I sigh. I can't go back there. At least not yet. Okay. So you're just gonna play hooky? Really? I need some time to think things through. I need to think about so much. Like if I'm at all human or what. Once I figured out what to do, I can go back. I'll have to drop out of school in the meantime. Jesus. I can't tell anyone about this, definitely not my family. What would I say anyway? Oh, sorry Dad, I'm dropping out because magic is real and yeah, and what? And I blow shit up. I turn over to my side. Why did you do this to me? Why did you just leave me like that, right? I mean, you could have handed me a tutorial pamphlet and be like, here, good luck. That would have been better. She messed up everything. Didn't even ask or explain. Girl, you're getting angry. Threw me right into the deep end, I know. Thanks so much, Mother. Really loving all this right now. I take deep breaths to try and calm the swirling mass of negative energy and anger. It's hard to chase away the image of her from my mind. My vision starts to blur as the world around me starts to spin. Girl, you need to chill. You need to chill before you end up becoming homeless because you blew up your apartment. Deep breaths, deep breaths. My head feels light. I feel strange burning sensations build in my chest. Oh God. I can barely breathe. My ears ring so loud that I can barely hear myself think. I want to claw at my chest to stop the burning. Something shifts inside me and my whole body starts to tingle. No. Not again, please, not again. I force myself to sit up, the lights flicker as I move. Hot and cold, I can't stop shivering. Gasping for breath, I push myself up, stumbling as I take a step forward. I lean against the wall to hold myself up. Wow, this is such a mess. Everything around me seems to shake as I move through the room. Even speaking feels like a struggle. I hear something shatter behind me. Oh, there goes my potted plant! Ha! I need to stop this, right? I fumble around in my pocket with a single thought in mind. I need help. I can hear something fall and break out in the living room. Oh no. I rest my back against the wall. With shaky fingers, I call the only person who I can think of to help me. Takumi! Tears drip onto my smartphone screen. I don't know what I'm feeling anymore. All my emotions are so tangled together that I can't tell sadness from anger or joy from pain. I need to reach out to Takumi. He's the only one who might be able to help without tying me down. I press call and quietly listen to the endless ringing on the other end of the line. It keeps on ringing. Once, twice. He's not picking up. Girl! Pick up, come on, pick up. It rings and rings, but there's no answer. The call ends before it can even begin. Gee, thanks! Yeah, call me anytime you need help! Psh. I stare down at my phone. My hands shake so much that I can barely hold on to it. What do I do now? I close my eyes and focus on my breathing. In and out, right? Just deep breaths. The massive miasma of emotion weighs down on me. I can barely breathe. My heart feels as if someone set it aflame. How do I... I can't take this. I need to think about something else, anything else, right? Puppies! Cuties and puppies! How cute they are and so fluffy. My thoughts turn to my little sister and I desperately cling to the image of her happy smile in my mind. Kayo, I wonder how she's doing. I wonder how school is for her. Memories of the last time that we got to spend together as a family brings forth an image I wanted to avoid, which is Mother, who is not really our mother. Yep. Hello. Those green eyes staring down at me, so vivid and bright, yet so completely cold and void of emotion. A similar sort of coldness behind Professor Kazuma's eyes, ones that told me I wasn't getting a choice in my own fate. Everyone's just out to get me! A sharp pain pierces through my heart at the thing I had been trying not to think about. I don't have a choice in any of this, no one gave me one. I feel what little control I had over myself begin to slip from my grasp. Oh no, girl. I have no idea what might happen when I do lose control. If I'll just blow up again like in the classroom. But I know that I can't stay here. I need to get somewhere where there's a little chance of me hurting someone else. I know, right? I force my body to move against all protest. I need to get outside now. Exactly, yeah, go outside, yeah. Get outside, just take some deep breaths. Hopefully, just calm down. I barely make it down the stairs before my legs give out. Oh no. I drop to my knees and tumble sideways, painfully hitting the ground with a thump. Ugh! This is such an inconvenience. My whole body refuses to respond. I try to stand up, but it's as if I'm trapped within myself. And yet, the strange feeling inside me, the feeling of something rapidly uncoiling and going out of control, continues. I try to grasp onto the feeling within me, fighting, pulling it back inside. But for all my effort, I might as well be trying to catch water between my hands. Whatever it is, it's quickly slipping out from my grasp, yeah. The world around me seems to shift and blur. I lie completely motionless. Wow. But at the same time, it feels like I'm floating somewhere, nowhere. My vision fades. Oh my, the only thing I see is faint outlines of my surroundings. Yep, I guess I'm just gonna pass out here, right in front of my own apartment. Darkness takes over everything. The world grows quiet. I can't hear a single thing. I feel my consciousness being smothered bit by tiny bit. No, I don't. Something or maybe someone claws at me. I don't want this. Pushed and pulled, all I wanted to do is open my eyes. Stop! Stop it! Come on in! I stare up at the night sky. I'm awake? Damn, I'm awake. I can't move. I still can't move. It's okay. Whatever. I didn't blow anything up, so that's good. I barely gather my thoughts before I can feel the haze come to devour me again. Ah, no. I'm floating somewhere, nowhere. Am I disappearing? It feels like I am. Slowly, yet so rapidly at the same time. Isn't that a contradiction? Yes, it is. I just want to what? What do I want? She's having like a midlife crisis right now. Jesus. To stop, to be me. I want to come back to myself. I want to go back, to be the me that I was before this, before everything. Before she changed me. Please just let me be me. I'm having an existential crisis outside on the floor out of my apartment. Wow. What has my life come to? I open my eyes to see someone in a pair of heavy black boots move towards me. The footsteps look heavy, but they make no sound. Instead, it seems my heart beats away like a drum to fill in the silence left behind by the footsteps. That better be you, Takumi! I tried calling you, but you know. I can only watch as the person gets closer to me. No, 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 please. I don't need any more trouble. With me laying completely helpless on the ground as my powers slowly go completely out of my control. I can't even speak. I can't warn anyone to stay away from the ticking time bomb that is me. There's no telling what might happen to any poor soul that got close enough to me. The boots stop right before my eyes, close enough that I can see the dirt on them. Before I can so much as scream in my head, a familiar face pops down into my view. Hey, 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 just out here just chilling, getting some fresh air. Takumi. God damn it. His name on my lips feels so sweet somehow. My voice sounds so strained and strange that I barely recognize myself. Takumi gently rolls me from my side onto my back and kneels down next to me. Just saying his name left me completely exhausted. I stare at him desperately, hoping that he might somehow understand me through my eyes. Please, Takumi, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm kind of like a hypnotized shark, you know? He carefully examines me and sighs. It's okay, you're okay. Am I? I'm here now, everything will be okay. Takumi's voice is so gentle, so soothing that a part of me wants to just give in and relax. I want to. Another part of me refuses to give in, fearing the loss of the tiny grip of control that I managed to grab. But what if I don't want to hurt anyone? Yeah, but what if I don't want to hurt anyone? Perhaps sensing my reluctance, Takumi slowly reaches out and strokes my hair with a smile. Ah, despite his calm words and gentle touch, my heart jumps, fighting back, refusing to give in to serenity. It'll be okay, Hana. Are you sure? I'm going to do something that will make you calm down. Okay, and that's not tranquilizing me, right? You might feel a little pain. Ah, it's tranquilizing me. Is that okay? Sure, why not? At this point, yes. I nod, somehow pulling myself together long enough to give an answer. Inner turmoil be damned. Above all, I get the feeling that I can trust in Takumi. Takumi comes closer to me and carefully pulls me up onto his knee in his arms. Resting against him like this, I can almost hear his heartbeat. I feel a sudden pinch in my wrist. The pain comes and goes so fast that I barely register it. All these tensions slowly trickles away, the world starts to feel a little fuzzy, but I don't want to let go just yet. My breathing is heavy, but it no longer feels like a struggle. Whatever it is Takumi did to me, I start to regain control of my body, even with my consciousness slowly slipping away. I look up at Takumi as he lies me back down on the ground. You're not gonna even carry me inside? Really? With his face so close to me and no impending doom looming over me, I take in every little detail of his face. The feeling of familiarity comes rushing back to me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. He's our childhood friend whom we do not recognize. I almost write it off as me only feeling that way towards him because we already met a few times. Because he helped me when I fell out of the sky. But it's different somehow. Why do I trust him so easily? Why do I feel like I know him? Takumi moves to stand up, and my body reacts on its own, grabbing onto his jacket sleeve. You're just gonna leave me out here? Are you serious? You're not gonna even help me inside? Come on, dude. I want to say it, but the words don't come out. Don't leave me. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. He quickly kneels down again with his back facing me this time. Okay, Takumi pulls my arm over his shoulder and my legs around his waist. With what little strength I have left in me, I manage to hold on to him. He easily carries me back up the stairs. While Takumi carries me like this, I get a strange thought. Being carried like this, the view from this sort of angle, the white hair, it all feels so familiar yet different at the same time. What? It all feels so familiar and yet different all the same, yes. Thanks! Takumi lies me down on my bed that feels so much more comfortable than the cold, hard ground outside. Of course, duh girl. I look up at his cute, worried face. Even though I'm exhausted, I can't stop my smile when I look at him. Taku? What? Have we met before? I mean, it's not just me getting all drugged up and shit, but like, seriously, have we met before? So you finally remembered. Not really. Takumi sits down on the very edge of the bed. I can't believe it. You really remembered? No, not... Yeah, you're the little shrimp of a kid I grew up with. Really? Oh, now you remember. Huh. I stifle a yawn. I'm not much of a shrimp anymore, though. No, you're not. No, you're really not. Still, I remember how you used to try and carry me piggyback sometimes when I got too tired. Mother got so mad. Mother. The woman I would like more than anything to forget, but cannot. Even if I don't want to admit it, her shadow might haunt me forever. Yes. My mom always acted angry, but I think she was really proud of me for taking care of you. There'd always be this little smile on her face, even though she tried to hide it. I yawn and smile, my eyes are starting to feel so heavy. Your mom was so cool, I'd like to see her sometime. But why do you look so different now, right? Jesus. Your eyes. Exhaustion hits me like a ton of bricks as I'm reaching out to touch his face. My hand falls, hitting the bed with a tiny bounce. The last thing I see before my consciousness fades away is Takumi's violet eyes. Had you always had violet eyes? I guess not. I guess not. Chapter 2, Moonrise. Okay. Moonrise. Oh, and a flashback. School and club activities have long since ended and I sit in the empty classroom by myself. Taku has been really bummed out these last few weeks since I had told him that I'm moving away. Since I told him we haven't been talking much and I can't help but feel sad that we might part like this. I know that I should go home already, but I don't feel like moving at all. I rest my head on my desk and sigh. Takumi, I don't want to end things between us like this. I hear the classroom door slide open behind me and someone come inside. I don't want it to end at all. A pair of slippered feet come into my view and I look up to see a rather fidgety looking Takumi. Hey. Hey. Yeah, hey. Aw, we don't get to see small Takumi? The air between us feels so thick you could cut it with a knife. I hate it. I hate this. It never used to be so awkward. We stared at each other for a while, neither one daring to say anything first. Then, as if making up his mind, Takumi takes a deep breath and looks down at me with determination shining in his eyes. I promise that I'll go to the airport with you to see you off. Yes. Oh yeah, she lived in the UK for a while. She mentioned that in like Shinji's route. My heart jumps, the previous doom and gloom mood disappears within seconds. Really? 정말요? Taku jerkily nods in return, and I can't keep the smile off of my face. I should really not speak in Korean because this is taking place in Japan. So I should change it to "hontou ni?" So we don't have to part on bad terms after all. Yay! Alright. I waited for Takumi after school for as long as I could, but he never showed up. Oh no! Why weren't you there, Taku? Why did you lie to me? Why did you get my hopes up? In the end, I had to go home so I wouldn't be late. I walked all the way home with a heavy heart. I nearly walked right into Mother as she walks out of the kitchen. Hello, Mother. Hannah, there you are. I was about to call you. Yeah, sorry, I had to stay behind at school for a little longer than I expected. I'm not lying exactly, I just don't want to say it out loud that Takumi broke his promise to me. Takumi's mother called me a little while ago, yes. Oh really? I look up, the faint feeling of hope rises in me. Maybe the whole Arai family will come and see us off? Hopefully? Mother sighs, she looks so tired. It seems that there has been a family emergency of some kind. She wouldn't say what exactly. Oh no. They wanted to come see us off, but they won't be able to make it now. Aww. That little hope that flared up in me shrivels up and dies instantly. My stomach feels so heavy, I think I might throw up. Family emergency? So he won't be able to come then. I'm sorry, Hannah. I know you probably want to go see Takumi now. But we have to leave now or we'll miss our flight. Aw, yeah. Everything is already prepared. Just go have a quick shower and we'll head out. I went about everything as if on autopilot then, getting ready like I was supposed to. But the horrible, oppressive feeling didn't stop. It wouldn't go away no matter what. We made it just on time for the flight. I spent the whole time on the plane feeling intensely lonely and sad. We've never talked since that time in the classroom when he made the promise to me. Takumi didn't try to contact me even once after that. Aww. Dude. Dude. As soon as I opened my eyes, I wonder if I slept at all. I know I must have. I sit up in bed and stretch. My mind quickly wanders to yesterday's events. The strange basement under the school, getting attacked by a teacher. Realizing that everything that happened with her wasn't some strange nightmare. All that and finding my childhood best friend again. Exactly. Wow, so many things just happened. With all that's happened, it's hard to say which surprised me the most. I feel like my life is turning into something out of a straight fiction. I know. Out of straight fiction. While I gather my thoughts, I look out the window. I stare at the wispy, barely there clouds without much thought. In this crazy time, it's nice to allow my mind to shut down for a little bit. Yeah. A thought suddenly pushes its way into the forefront of my mind. Eh? What the? It's evening already? Damn. I must have been way more exhausted than I realized. Now that I remember Taku clearly, things might feel awkward between us, considering how we left it. Yeah. I mean, we could still try to work things out, you know? I looked around my room, but there was no signs of Taku ever having been here. I wonder what happened with him after I fell asleep. Maybe he just left. Did he just leave or snoop around my place first? I think he just left. No, he probably just made sure I'm really out and went home. I'll just call him later. I know. Time for a shower first, though. I know. I feel gross. I push myself off the bed and head in for a quick shower. I walk out of the bathroom with a towel wrapped tightly around myself. I didn't even think to take a clean change of clothes with me. I know. Something catches my eye and I freeze. Did you fall asleep on my couch? Damn! Yeah, you did. Oh, shit. Takumi is sitting on my couch rubbing his eyes with a little yawn. Okay. Awkward. Why are you still here? I don't mean to shriek, not really. But my voice comes out so high and so loud that Takumi's eyes snap open and red to me. I don't wait for a response. Clutching my towel, I sprint to my bedroom and slam the door shut. I lean against the door, heart pounding. My face is burning so badly, I feel like I need to dunk my head in a bucket of ice. Oh god, no. Why? Why did he have to see me like that? I know. I did not expect him to, be out hanging there. To be honest. Why? How? It doesn't take long to put two and two together. Despite my earlier assumptions, it's now clear that Takumi stayed out there and slept over. Yes, he did, and I didn't expect him to do that. It's obvious that I just didn't notice him on my way to the bathroom. Hey, Hana? What? Takumi's voice comes from the other side of the door. I'm sorry for staying over. No, it's fine. It's fine. You could have just left me a sticky note before you left my room, you know? I was just worried about you. No, it's fine. It's fine. Worried that you might have another power outburst without me. I shake my head but quickly stop myself. Right, he can't see me. I'm sorry for yelling at you. You just surprised me. I know. I hear a small amused chuckle. Can I come in then? No! No! I'm not dressed yet! God damn! I yell out perhaps a little too loud, to which Takumi laughs. Just wait out there, I'll get dressed and be right out. Takumi makes an affirmative noise, and soon enough I hear his footsteps going away from my bedroom. I stand there for a few seconds before moving to get some clothes on. Now that I'm fucking dressed. After getting dressed and calming down a bit, I finally come out to the living room. Takumi looks up at me from his spot on the couch. We need to talk. Oh, okay. Yes, we do, I agree. I take a seat on the other end of the couch, leaving plenty of space between us. Things feel beyond awkward now since I remembered who he is, on top of everything that happened last night, and just now, right. But Takumi looks completely unaffected. He continues to look at me evenly. Seemingly not wanting to waste any time, he starts talking. What was it that you originally called me for yesterday? Oh, I was freaking out. That's why. Well, I don't think I can attend Hagiwara anymore. I need to explain, so I'll start over from the beginning, but before I do, are you really familiar with the other world like you said? Takumi nods. Okay. My family has had ties with the supernatural world since before I was born. Ah, okay. You just didn't stumble across it by accident. It's just not something we ever publicized to normal humans like you. Okay, I get it. I know I had asked, but to actually hear him confirm it. To actually hear that To actually hear that the Arise have a hidden side to them like this feels shocking to say the least. I don't know what to say, but Takumi just continues to speak. I've always known about the basement in Hagiwara, yes. And I made it my goal to get down there this year to find out more. I don't know what happened with you, Hana, but I've seen enough supernaturals and incidents involving them to know something was up. Okay. Have you always had powers? Nope. I shake my head. I don't want to say it. I don't want to talk about it. Finally, I give in and sigh. It's pretty heavy, but just let me tell it all. Let me tell it all, yeah. I'ma spill the tea. Takumi nods without comment, quietly encouraging me to begin. It really only just happened, but my mother took me somewhere over the weekend. She drugged me and performed some kind of ritual on me, during which she told me the truth. Her real name is Shizuka. She's some ancient immortal sorceress who created me, a homunculus. Yep, I wasn't born, I was made. She made me to transfer her curse of immortality onto. She didn't ask me if I wanted any of this, she just did it. I meant so little to her that giving me a choice in my own life wasn't an option. I thought it was just all some kind of horrible nightmare until Hikaru almost attacked me. I paused, unsure what else to say. The silence between us draws on for a while. I wonder if I'm really immortal now. Maybe. Ha! That's true! I hadn't considered the immortal curse up until now. I only considered her supernatural powers. Oh my god! Somewhere in the back of my mind, so deep that it's almost completely hidden, I feel a distinct sense of terror. I push it away further down into the depths of my mind. No matter how much I don't want to think about it, the thought pops up. I'm not real. I don't have a father or a mother. Am I just a thing? Oh man. Things getting dark so fast already again. I don't realize I'm even crying until Takumi puts his arms around me and holds me tight. Everything's going to be okay. I hide my face into his chest, clinging onto his shirt as he holds my shaking form in his arms. Takumi gently rubs my back as I cry, only quietly repeating "it's okay" to me over and over. I don't know how much time passes, but after a while I just run out of tears. I wipe my face with my sleeve, but I stay as I am in his arms. I don't look at him. I don't think I can just yet. Hey Taku, why didn't you come see me off that day? Takumi pulls back away from me, his eyes dart off to somewhere to the side. I just got caught up with something and couldn't go, even though I felt terrible about it. It was a family emergency, right? Was it something to do with your grandmother? Is she okay? Yeah, she's okay. Okay. Takumi seems to want to leave it at that, since he doesn't say anything else. Okay. He's hiding something from me, that much is clear. We'll get it at some point in his story. But even if it feels like he is hiding something, I don't pry. He's here for me throughout all this, so the least I can do is not pry into whatever it is he doesn't want to talk about. Takumi doesn't say anything more, and neither do I. I end up staring off into space, trying to shut out any intrusive thoughts. Hana, if you want to talk, remember that I'm here. Okay, alright, I trust you. I was so excited to start school, to start a whole new chapter of my life, you know? But then, this shit happens. But now everything is in shambles. My entire life has been changed my entire life has changed because of Shizuka's selfishness. I might not even be able to die now, for God's sake. I know. It's all her fault. How dare she force her problem onto someone else? Yeah, how fucking dare her? How horrible of a person could she be to raise a child solely for the purpose of forcing that onto her? Onto me? And then she just left without even making sure that I could control all these powers. Or maybe it's just, it wasn't, what's it called? It wasn't part of her plans, you know? Like, she didn't expect us to get so much power. I clench my fists and stand up, seething. I glare at nothing in particular. Takumi stands up and moves closer to me. Oh, I'm getting mad. Hana, you need to calm down. Oh, right. I turn to finally face him. I want to find her. Her? Do you mean Shizuka? Yeah. I nod. I want to find her and make her take this curse off of me, make her take her powers back. And if she won't, then I'll make her pay. Takumi Takumi looks unsettled at my declaration. Yeah, cause it's really revenge driven, you know? You're kinda scaring him, you know? He sighs and wordlessly falls back onto the couch. I look down at him with a single thought in mind. Are you going to help me, or try to stop me? Taku sighs again and entirely scratches his head. I'm not going to try and stop you, but I don't want to help you go down this path either, right? I don't want you to become an Uchiha. A Sasuke, in that matter. But still, I understand better than anyone that if you have a goal like that, you're not just going to forget about it, and that you'll only end up putting yourself in danger. He looks at me in the eye very seriously. Suddenly standing, he moves very close to my face. Are you truly serious about finding Shizuka? I nod and look away from him. I don't know how I can concentrate on my studies with something this big and unresolved hanging over me, without knowing if I might kill someone by accident or if I can even die myself. Besides that, I won't be able to sit still not knowing if she can fix it. At the very least, she deserves some of the pain she's given me. Taku nods slowly and sits back down. He sighs again. I promise I'll help you as best as I can to find Shizuka. Do you happen to have any idea of where to start looking? Nope. I shake my head and sigh. No, I don't. I mean, you can try to go back to the house she took you to and try to find some clues. Because she did say it was a family house. I sit down next to Taku. We sit in silence for a while, both thinking about where to start with this whole thing. Where do we start? It's not like she left a trail of breadcrumbs for me to follow. No, maybe there is something, a slim chance of it, but I need to talk to my dad about Shizuka. I look down at my hands. And I'd like to just see him anyway. I've missed him. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Takumi begin to move, then stop for a moment, only to put an arm around my shoulder anyway. It's been a long time since I've seen your dad. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Yeah, true. Are you going to tell him about everything that's happened? I don't think I can, or I don't think he'll believe me, unless, again, he is aware of the supernatural world. I practically jump away from him. No, I can't tell him. I trail off, my eyes fall back down onto my hands. I can't tell him that I'm not human. I want to explain more, but my body refuses to cooperate. It's too painful, much too painful to say it, and so the words won't come out. A silence passes between us once again. It feels like it drags on for centuries before Taku speaks up again. Hey, I haven't actually told you about my job yet, have I? No, you haven't. I look up at him and shake my head no. I just assumed you knew because you asked me for help. I assumed you knew because you asked me for my help finding your mom. Oh, so some shady business, huh? But then I realized you couldn't know. Taku stands up and points to himself rather dramatically. Well, you picked the right guy for the job. Well, have I? 'Cause I'm a detective. Are you? A detective? Really? Like, certified? Oh, yep, well, a private one, but that's what I do. So you're a private eye. Wow! Wow! Really? When did you start doing that? Taku crosses his arms, looking particularly proud. About 3 years ago. Really? No way! Well, shit! But my mom doesn't know about it. Of course not, because she would have freaked out. It's complicated. Okay, I see. Alright. Complicated? Why? Taku, what kind of detective work is this exactly? I mean, you're so young. What could you possibly be doing? Want to see for yourself? Sure. Why not? Okay. We're going on a stakeout, I guess. I'm sitting on the back of Takumi's scooter with my arms tightly wrapped around him. Maybe a little too tightly, but I don't want to fall off. So where are we going exactly? I had a job tonight, but I was worried about leaving you alone. So this works out better for me now that you want to hire me. Job? What kind of job? Right? Is it dangerous? Nah, well, kind of, but this guy should be easy. Okay, a guy? What guy? Tell me what we're doing. Don't worry about it too much. Okay? I'll protect you. I always have, right? I remember him trying, but it was always Yasu who actually helped us. I don't want to say that, but so I just stay quiet instead. Alright, Takumi, I trust you, right? Right. Well, if you say so. Takumi sighs. I'll explain after we finish in the store. The store? What store? It's so late. You'll see. It's probably a black market of some sort, right? Oh my god, Takumi. Taku stops in front of a building with shops. Why are we here? This place is closed. I know. Uh-huh. Can you get off now? I'll be right back. Alright. Oh, okay. I unwrap myself from Takumi and hop off. Before I can ask further, he drives off with his scooter. Oh my god. I stand there waiting, wondering what the hell is going on. I don't have to wait long because I see Takumi calmly walk back towards me. Not saying anything, he takes something out of his pocket and kneels down by the door. He waves something black in front of something that I can only assume is a sensor of some sort. There's a faint beeping sound from within the building and the door slides open. Takumi doesn't give me a chance to say anything. Come on. What the fuck? He grabs me by my wrist and pulls me along inside. What are we doing here? As we go inside, Takumi drops my hand and keeps walking, leaving me standing in place. I look around the dimly lit shop with an intense feeling of what the hell, right? Takumi starts humming and looking around, pulling clothes off the shelves and examining them. I snap out of my frozen state and quickly walk to Takumi. What the hell is going on? What are you doing? What are we doing here? We're going to get caught. Takumi just keeps doing what he's doing without glancing up at me even once. We're not here to shop, okay? What is this? No, we're not. You heard the beep. You heard that beep. That was the alarm disarming. Then why are we here? What size do you wear? Why are we doing this? I almost answer out of reflex but quickly stop myself. That's not really any of your business, is it? And why does it matter? Takumi pauses and finally turns around to face me with an armful of clothes. Why are we doing it? You can't go on a mission dressed like that. He turns back around, hangs something back up, and grabs a black denim jacket while continuing to talk. Rule number 1 of dressing for a mission, dress for mobility and safety. Okay? Rule number 2, dress coolly. What the hell? You can't do a good job if you don't feel like you look cool. For a while, all I can do is stare, not knowing how to react to something like that at all. But Taku, are you a thief now? Yeah, isn't this technically stealing? The store is closed. He shrugs. Alright, I know the owner. I'll pay her tomorrow or whatever. Whatever. Then he turns back to me again, his eyes examining me a little too closely. You're probably a medium, right? What? Taku. God damn it, Takumi. Takumi just smirks and turns back around. If you want a say in the colors, you should come over here and help me. Oh my god. Fine. Alright. Grudgingly, I obey and go to him. As we stand next to each other in the dim light, Takumi gives me countless suggestions on what kinds of clothes to get. Just as his rules suggest, they're all comfortable, made for movement, and cool looking. But whatever he does suggest, I find that I have to keep asking him the color of things since I can barely see. While he rummages through yet another rack of clothing, I watch him carefully. Taku, how the hell can you see so well? Taku looks at me without saying anything for a minute, then he shrugs. Good genes, I guess. Or something with your eye color, perhaps? Takumi ignores the suspicious look I give him and shoves a stack of clothes into my arms. Go try these on, and if they don't find sizes that do, I'm going to go change into my gear. Okay. And before you ask, yes, I store it in here from time to time. Taku walks away without another word. I'm left with no option but to try on the clothing even while feeling that this is all extraordinarily bizarre. Wow, I look pretty snazzy! I step out of the dressing room after finally trying out everything. Although I had to change a few things out, I did manage to find fitting clothes. Even if I can barely see if they look alright. I know, right? I was like, do you want me to change in the dark? Really? Well, hoping they do. Well, while I was in the dressing room, Taku told me to put my hair up so it wouldn't get in the way on the mission. Wow, okay. When I step out into the general store area, I see Taku standing there in some weird-ass, although admittedly badass, ninja-esque gear. I wonder if this is what he meant by look cool. While I'm busying myself examining his clothes, he turns around to look at me. Seeing me, his face lightens up instantly and he claps, gloves in hand. You look good! Thanks, I guess? I mean, yeah, what do you expect? I look away the moment I feel my face heat up at the unexpected comment. I quickly gather myself and turn back to him. So do you. Really cool. Super cool. Really? Yes. Admittedly. I only catch the briefest hint of pink on his cheeks before he turns away. Thanks. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Taku starts walking towards the back of the shop and I scramble to follow after him. He pushes open a door that I hadn't noticed before, one that's hidden behind some shelves and stepped outside. I glance back at the shop before following Taku outside. As I step outside, I feel a strange shiver pass through me. Okay, where are we? One look around and it's clear that we're now in a completely different area. Huh? Is this the same area we were just at? Is it? Shut up! I'm the one who's asking you! Something's different? Because it is. Oh, okay. I'm sure you felt that feeling just now when we went through the door. Are we in Chowa? That was a gateway to a supernatural part of the city, Chowa. Okay, so we're in Chowa. Chowa? Yes. I look around, a few people are out on the sidewalks, but they hardly spare us a glance despite how Taku looks. The people themselves all look normal, save for some strange hair colors. I look back to him and notice that Taku is leaning against a wall, hidden away in the shadows. He makes a hand motion to follow him and I obey. We begin walking, keeping to the dimmer parts of the street. I feel like a delinquent. God damn it. We leave out of the brightly lit area into a darker one. Okay, sip of water first. Aha! Okay, I look around as we move through the street, noting down the different shops and their names. I've never heard of any of these before. Taku stops next to a closed shop, standing in the shadows. How could people not see an entire part of the city? It's like a barrier. And this looks pretty normal to me. Are you sure it's supernatural? Takumi laughs. Do you think I wouldn't know about the place I've been hanging out in for 3 years? And you'd be surprised at what supernaturals can do. There's a spell over this place that prevents humans from going in. Yes. Anyone who suspects anything will find themselves disoriented and confused every time they try to go in. Then why are you okay? There are a lot of entrances though. Okay. The one I showed you actually isn't an official entrance at all. Oh, so a back door. The owner made a portal for herself. Oh, the owner made a portal for her own personal use. Pretty amazing, right? Yeah. I nod along at everything he's saying so casually as people walk around us. Takumi looks around at the people passing by, then back at me. Hana, I need you to hold on to me as tightly as you can. Why? What? Why? Just trust me, okay? Okay, fine. Wrap your arms around me and don't let go for anything. What? How can you just tell me to do that? Just trust me? Well, why should I... just trust me? Well, why should I with a request like that? Trust him? No way. Well, I'll trust you. I mean, I don't think there's any other way around this. But no, he wouldn't ask without a good reason. Oh, no, I don't want that. Nope. I've known him for years, even if he looks so different now, he's not that kind of guy. Even though he occasionally flirts shamelessly with me, but it's okay. While I go through a variety of emotions, Takumi removes a tiny white bag from somewhere within his clothes. A tiny black gem catches my eye. It immediately stands out against the white material of the bag. As he reaches his hand into the seemingly impossibly small bag, he mumbles quietly. I really wish it would have been black. White's classy, but stands out so much. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. What is this? My eyes grow wide as Taku pulls out like some... My eyes grow wide as Taku pulls out like some sort of magic trick, something that looks suspiciously like a steel gauntlet. What the actual fuck? He fastens it onto his wrist under his jacket sleeve and looks up at me as as he put his arm straight up in a strange pose. Are you coming or what? Is that like a grapple hook or some shit? What is this? Hang on to me tight, okay? Okay? I start to open my mouth, but Takumi stops me before I can say anything. No time for a million questions, alright? Oh my god, I'm already running late. Are we robbing something? Are we? What the? Let's go. What? There's something commanding in Taku's voice as he says this, something that makes me close my mouth. I think we're robbing something. Oh my god, we're totally robbing something. He pulls up his mask and stares at me. I sigh. And he used to be such a cute little boy. I know. What are we? I do as instructed and move very close to him. Hesitantly, I put an arm around his shoulder. Like this? Takumi grabs my other arm and puts it around his neck, so close that our faces are nearly touching. With us being so close, I can see how soft his cheeks look and how he still has a bit of that baby fat that I remember. That calms down my heart a bit, but only somewhat because I can also feel how surprisingly hard his chest is, which means he's pretty ripped. Taku reaches around me and presses something on his gauntlet. Oh my god, here we go! What? Ah! Jesus! I can't precisely process what's happening, but the entire world seems to move strangely, twisting around. My vision is locked onto the rapidly receding ground as wind whips around us. There's a strange clicking sound like some sort of cog or mechanism whirring, and I begin to understand what's happening. We must be flying through the air? Yep. I try to move my head, but my body doesn't cooperate. I feel a feeling of being completely lost at what to do in the situation overtakes my senses. Before I can do anything else, the whirring slows, and suddenly the side of a building is coming straight at us. But Takumi kicks off with a little grunt as we come back towards the building, and he yells, "I'm gonna throw you! You're gonna throw me!" What? Sir! We come closer and closer to the building. Just tuck your arms and legs in as much as you can. Oh my god, you're gonna make me into a human cannonball. As we come closer, I find myself being tossed towards the rooftop of the building. I feel the urge to flail, but manage to sort of curl up instead and make contact with the ground, rolling as I land. Ugh! Oof. I lie there on the ground where I landed, too stunned to move. I stare up at the night sky in a daze. Okay, Chapter 3, Shattered Illusions! Oh my god, Takumi, who the hell are you? What sort of life do you live? What is this? I push myself out of my stunned state and sit up. And when I do, I freeze again at seeing Takumi in midair. He spins, flipping in the air, and lands with a much more elegant roll than I assume I did. I just sit there in shock at everything that just happened. Takumi stands up, dusts himself off, and walks up to me. Sorry about that. I didn't really think about how I was going to get you up here. He offers me a gloved hand, which I gladly take, and pulls me up to my feet. I take a deep breath to regain some of myself and look around. Well then, that was, an event. I nearly gasped at the stunning view of the city, so breathtaking from here. It makes me a little dizzy too, being so high. I swallow hard and focus on Takumi instead. What the hell was that? What was any of that, right? Why are we up here? Taku holds up 3 fingers. Magic grappling hook. Okay, figured, because it was in a tiny bag and then suddenly it was big. He puts 1 finger down. Flying through the air. Okay. He folds down the second one. And last, because this is how I like to get around for my jobs. Okay. He puts the 3rd finger down and lets his hand drop. It's way faster than walking or getting stuck in traffic. Is that everything? Oh my god. What about the bag? There's no way you could fit whatever that was in there. Bag? Yeah. Oh, you mean the Sal. Yeah, that's a Salazar bag. Enchanted bag that can hold way more than it should. Ah, so it's like Hermione's bag with like, you know, the magical one. I don't know what it's called, but it's like infinitely, like, an endless black hole in there. Takumi takes the bag out again and holds it out to me. See, the gem tells me how much it holds. I bend down and squint at the white bag. It's so small, I know. I take it from Takumi and turn it around in my hand. It feels heavier than a bag that size should be, and my curiosity gets the better of me. I pull it open and stick my hand in. Woo! And to my amazement, my hand disappears into the bag. How? It's so small, but it feels so spacious. It feels so weird to see half of my forearm gone. It feels like it shouldn't be real, that I'm seeing some really neat trick. I feel around inside the bag in wonder, and my hand brushes against something sharp. Ow! Ow, what the hell do you keep in there? The bag slips out of my grip, and Takumi catches it before it can hit the ground. Careful, there's a lot of dangerous shit in there. I know, I nearly caught myself with it. Whatever that was in there. You shouldn't just go sticking your hand in someone's bag, especially someone like me. Takumi takes my hand and I notice that there's a tiny bleeding cut. He takes out a black cloth from his bag and applies it to my cut. I watch his fingers skillfully work to stop the bleeding. My eyes travel up to his face. And just who is someone like you? Takumi looks up at me and something flashes in his eyes, but it's gone so fast that I can't catch it. You know who I am better than anyone. No, I don't. It's like I don't know you at all right now. I don't say anything and Taku takes his cloth back and stuffs it into his bag. Do I though? It hasn't been that long since we saw each other, but he seems completely different. Still, he is taking care of me now. Then what was all that fancy spinning business about? You just wanted to show off, didn't you? You couldn't do that before. Well... I learned parkour, it's how I get around. No kidding. When you want to move in the shadows and get in lots of little places, it's more convenient to come in from above. What are you, an Assassin's Creed? Huh? The only bad thing about being solo, though, is that no one gets to see how cool you are. He removes his mask and leans down, moving closer to me. He looks into my eyes. What? So, did I look cool? Shut up! Whatever, yes you did. Very, not at all. I was too busy being thrown to notice. I want to say this, because honestly I was. But I'll say this just to make you happy. I'll come back to this later. Very. I need you to be able to appreciate something like that. Okay, go away now. Who wouldn't? You were awesome. Yeah! Thanks! That's what I wanted to do. Make him blush. Takumi moves away and pulls his sleeve back, revealing a black and yellow sports watch. Anyway, I'm running late and I want to catch this guy tonight. He pulls up his mask. Okay. I didn't really plan out how you'd follow me though. Oh, alright, I don't know parkour. Takumi stares at me for a few moments before nodding. Yeah, the guy's pretty close to here, and he should be making his deal any minute now. So why don't you just stay... Takumi cuts himself off in the middle of the sentence. Wide-eyed, he stares at something behind me. Taku? Is there someone behind me? Do they have like a fucking knife to me or some shit? What is this? I turn around to see the one person I'd never expect to see. Who? What the fuck, Shizuka? What are you doing here? Shizuka stands just a few feet away from me. I feel as if my heart stops at seeing those cold green eyes staring back at me. Why are your eyes green again? I thought they were brown. Just like that night. A frantic heat rises throughout my whole body, and yet I feel cold, so very cold. I want to escape to be anywhere but here. All I can do is stand rooted in place. Why is she here? How? How does she even know we'd be here? Is this like... what is this? Slowly she comes towards us, a cold, taunting smirk plays on her lips. She holds up her hand and I can see darkness playfully dancing around her fingers, gently caressing her skin. I bet you didn't think you'd see me again. No, I didn't. Move, damn it! I try to force myself to move, to even turn and look at Taku, but I can't. As her eyes momentarily drift behind me to Takumi, I suddenly wonder what she might do to us, to him. Why is she even here, right? What the? I thought you were done and over with me. What else can she do to me after all? All the questions I ever wanted to ask instantly fly out of my mind. Not yet. I wasn't ready yet. Why now? Why is she here now? She gives me a cold smile and holds out her hand. The darkness around her arm slowly moves forward. Tendrils of the shadow move and shift and reach for me. A memory of Hikaru standing in front of me like this, holding his hand out just like that rushes to my mind. Oh no. Distantly I hear a yell. Move, idiot! I'm trying! Oh my god. By the time I realize that I'm falling, I already hit the ground with a painful thud. I look up to see Taku throwing I look up to see Taku throw something at Shizuka one after another. Whatever it is, they make contact with Shizuka's wrist, and the shadows from her hand fade away. As it fades away, Shizuka frowns and holds her wrist. Taku pulls out another shuriken from somewhere within his sleeve and glares at Shizuka. Oh my god, I totally thought of shurikens, but I didn't want to stereotype and, like, you know, jump to conclusions, but, like, it really were shurikens. Oh my god. I look back and forth from him to Shizuka, unsure what to do. I turn my focus onto Shizuka. Ugh. Why are you here? How are you here? What the hell? Why now? Why not now? Besides, I could ask the same of you two. Next time they won't be dull ones. When Takumi speaks, his voice sounds an octave lower than usual. Okay. Instead of answering, Shizuka chuckles. You're persistent, huh? Just drop the act already. Act? Oh, yeah, never mind. Don't lose control, Hannah. This person here, they're not really who they look like to you. Okay, cool. Cause I was gonna say, I was like, this can't possibly be her because her eyes are green, and the last time we saw her, she did the ritual and she got brown eyes. So yeah. If you're seeing your mother, forget it. This isn't her. This guy is an illusion by the name of Husam Sab. Okay, that's what the chapter meant by shattered illusions, huh? Not known for attacking people, though. As he's explaining all this, Takumi doesn't take his eyes off of Shizuka even once. Your girlfriend wants a word with you. I can hand you over to her or directly to the police. What will it be? The two quietly stare at each other, and I turn my focus inward, attempting to get a grip on my emotions. Shizuka breaks the eye contact between them first. Without warning, she starts to walk towards me. Can't you help me, Hannah? No. No, girl. We can fix this. Go back to being mother and daughter. I stare at the woman standing before me, not knowing what to think or feel. My eyes shift to Takumi, who glances back at me. Don't you dare listen to his bullshit, Hannah. I was gonna say her, because, you know, it's like, she's a guy. I look back at Shizuka. Her eyes seem to shine with deep regret and sadness. My eyes meet Takumi's again. Are you sure? But before I can finish the sentence, I hear a metallic click. Oh, I see. You got a piece. Okay. All right. You're gonna bring a gun to a knife fight. All right. Okay. Shizuka no longer stands there. Instead, a strange man is in her place, aiming a gun right at me. Your girlfriend really is an idiot. I'll do you a favor and get rid of her. There's no way I'm going back to mine. Okay, why not? What's wrong with your girlfriend? Husam's I can't pronounce his name. Anyways, Husam's finger moves to the trigger and I freeze. But then everything changes in the blink of an eye. 1 second Husam is standing there, and the next he's screaming, holding his bleeding wrist, a blade stuck deep in him. Wow, you're fast. The gun clatters to the ground between us. My eyes follow as it slides along the ground. Takumi runs up to Husam, grabs him by the jacket, and punches him hard. Yes, get him! Husam flies. Husam. I don't even know. I still can't pronounce it. Husam? I think Husam sounds better. Flies to the ground, still clutching his bleeding wrist. Yes, because he shurikened your ass. Takumi walks up to him, and for a moment he just stands there quietly looking down at the bleeding man on the ground. Wow. Oh, it's cold. But whatever, it's okay, he's a criminal. Without warning, Takumi violently steps on the shuriken in Husam's wrist. Wow! Dang! That's damn cold! Husam cries out in anguish, despite desperately clawing at Takumi's boots as tears fall from his eyes. What are you doing? Yeah, it's a little overkill. It's a little overboard. You can cut some, like, vital veins and arteries and shit. I hurriedly push myself up and run over to them. Hey now, hey! Takumi doesn't move, though. I run up to him and give him a push. Taku's eyes glint at me dangerously, but I don't back down and glare right back at him. What are you doing? He's got no weapon. You've clearly got him, right? Or maybe I'm just being totally naive about it and being, like, really stupid. You need him alive, right? Exactly. Don't you? But he could have killed you, but I'm not dead. so chill, relax. He says it so quietly that I barely managed to catch it. Takumi finally removes his foot without further comment. Like, I know he got you all, like, you know, pissed off and shit, and, you know, he could have hurt me really badly, but, you know, I'm good. It's okay. Like, that situation has been averted. Hassam lies groaning on the ground and Taku looks down at him. Oh god, I can't read. He pulls out what appears to be handcuffs from his jacket and bends down. Wow, okay. Well, he did say that he was a PI, so private investigator. I don't even know why I assumed that we were gonna go rob a bank or some shit, but like, he doesn't exactly look like he's dressed for a PI part, you know? As soon as he places them on Hosam, I breathe a sigh of relief. Yes. We don't say anything else. I stand there watching Takumi's back as he starts to treat the moaning man's wound. And as I do, I can't help but wonder. Just what happened to you in the last 3 years, Takumi, right? Like, dang, you were so cold. Like, you were just gonna chop that man's wrist off if I didn't stop you. I stand alone on Yoru's main street. Takumi is dropping Hosam off at his girlfriend's home and I'm waiting for him to be done. Like, you're not gonna take him to, like, into custody, but you're gonna take him back to, oh, well, I guess, again, it's like a PI work, so not exactly, like, authority is involved, so... I wonder what exactly happened to make his girlfriend come after him like that. Well, yeah, Jesus, yeah, what the hell did you do? And just what is she going to do with him, right? Having no desire to follow that particular train of thought, I shake myself off from it, yeah. Takumi comes out of the girlfriend's house and makes his way to me. I bet you have some questions. Yeah, I do. I cross my arms. Ding ding ding, you win the prize. Congratulations, you just won Jeopardy. However did you guess? Takumi starts to walk down the street and I follow him, arms still crossed. Yeah, I'm still mad at you. Like, you be hiding secrets from me and, like, you know, you just be dragging me along through your shit without even telling me anything. I feel like you've been expecting me to just go along with you or on your word. Wait, what? To just go along with you on your word all night. Yes, exactly. You didn't mention anything about parkour or rooftops or, you know, nearly killing somebody. The chance to nearly be killed. Oh, that too. Yeah, I could have been killed too. I could have, you know, been doing the killing and also be killed. I sigh. I know we were friends, but I really don't know. You do know me. Do I? Do I now? And I bet you haven't changed much either. Well, I haven't, aside from, like, you know, the new eye color and some magical power shit, but, like, still. You still read manga, right? Yes, I do. So do I, though I don't have much time lately. And I bet you still sleep with some kind of adorable pajamas, right? Shut up! I'm not talking about the trivial things. He's got me there, my bunny pajamas, yes. So what if my pajamas are cute? I want to go to sleep looking cute, okay? Alright, fine, maybe I am being too dramatic. But you have to admit, you just dragged me through a lot of crazy shit with no answers, right? He nods. Yeah, that still don't change the fact. And I'll give you some just as soon as you get to my mentor's house. Your mentor's house. Wait, what? What mentor? Yeah, right? Like, what? Why can't we go to my house? Well, it's kind of dangerous. Because you look exhausted and I'm pretty tired too. Okay. Her house is closer and she'd be able to actually help you with this magical control problem. Oh, it's a she. Okay, alright. She? I saw you about to lose it back there. Yes, I was. You right on that. Do you really want to blow up innocent people? Well, okay, yeah, true. Almost everyone here in Yoru, at least, is a supernatural. And with the way things are here, they probably won't even notice if you did explode. That's true. Just how bad is Yoru, right? What lurks around here? Are we still in Choa then? Yes, it's just a different part, a more shadier part of Choa. Taku nods again. Yeah, this is, well, you might call it a red light district. Yes, we already know that. But don't freak out, plenty of normal people live here too, right? And there are nicer areas of it, which is where we're headed. Okay, alright, I like the sounds of that. I look around the street that only feels threatening above anything else. There are really nicer areas, right? Hard to believe, but like, yeah, you know. Well, sure, crime bosses gotta have somewhere nice to live too, right? But I guess, that doesn't... Okay, whatever. I frown at Taku's joke and he shakes his head as we walk. takes his mask down and smiles at me. Don't worry about it too much. I can't! I nearly got killed! Aurelia is a super kind person most of the time. That's not comforting. And her home is safe. It's the best place to stay in right now. It's the best place to stay in right now. Okay. I don't know. Oh, and did I mention she's an information broker? And yes, I would figure she would be in that nature of work. She might have info on your mom. Okay, but like, still. I turn his words over in my mind, and the more I think about it, the more it becomes clear that this Aurelia sounds perfect. Right? A place to stay where I won't hurt anyone. And she might be able to help me with my magic without trying to control what I do. Plus, she might have information, yes, but like, yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay, girl. I smile, feeling like I've finally heard some good news for the first time in a while. Yeah, alright, let's go meet your mentor then. Okay. Alright, wow, I was actually kind of expecting things to end around here, but like, we're going on for a little bit. Okay, it's alright. It's all good then. I was surprised when we entered a fancy-looking, well-kept building and went up an elevator. I guess crime bosses really do live here, right? Though that thought doesn't make me feel particularly safe, I suppose it is better than staying in some rundown shack, right? Or some shady-ass motel. Takumi knocks on the door. As the seconds tick away, I stare at the door, my nervousness only growing. The moment I think to ask Taku if he's sure that his mentor is home, the door opens. Okay, I blink, seeing no one there. What? Oh my. Oh my. Immediately I look down to see a tiny yet intimidating looking woman. Yes, you are quite lacking in the height department, but damn, I'm pretty sure you can kick my ass still. Yes. I know it's rude to stare, I know, but I find myself awkwardly examining her. I'm surprised by how small she is and the unnatural silvery undertone of her skin. She almost doesn't feel real. I'm struck by her beauty and the silver freckles dotting her face. Ooh, silver freckles! Oh my gosh. As I stare at Aurelia like an idiot, her eyes turn from me to Taku. Who's this? Haha. Hi, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Takumi pulls me by the waist to him. Hey, now. My girlfriend. Okay, alright. Okay, whatever. Aurelia's expression doesn't change, though. Okay. No, I'm not. Sure I am. This is kind of hard. It's kind of hard because, like, I don't know if this is like a little farce that he's got going on, or like, I don't even know, but okay. Should I say no? She doesn't look either way, she doesn't look surprised. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I don't care. Sure I am. Right, I am. Sarcasm. You are? Yes, I am. You said so. I'm calling out on your bluff, you bitch. This is payback for making me go through all this shit without telling me nothing. No, you dork. But if you want to ever convince someone, maybe next time play along? Right? Right, yeah, sorry. I love doing this to him. This is the only satisfaction I get from doing this. Lying to someone isn't the best way to gain their trust, but... Aurelia steps out of the way and gestures for us to come in, right? Let's talk inside. Okay. Ooh, nice digs. Wow, her place looks amazing. As I walk inside, I can't help but look around. Yoda looks so much prettier from up here. I know, right? Although it's dark, I can see some of the buildings I saw in Chowa in the distance. I quietly admire the sleek monochrome design of the place, and even though I don't know Aurelia at all yet. But she's still got nice taste, yo, okay? Still got some nice taste, yes. Somehow it still feels very her to me, right? Got good style, girl. I like your style. I look back at Aurelia and almost gasp. Why? She looks so good against the backdrop, so much so that I half wonder if I'm not just looking at a painting. I know, you just blend right in, girl. You belong here. Like you modeling this shit. Someone explain. Oh, right, Takumi, you got this. Takumi glances at me and pulls down his hood. This is my childhood friend Hannah. Yes. She just came back to town a few weeks ago. Some things happened and she discovered she's a sorceress now. Yes. Not very Harry Potter-like, though. Her powers are out of control, though, and there's no one to train her. Aurelia's eyes turn to me. Yeah. She has no one? How did she just discover her powers then? blew something up, you know. Taku looks away, yeah. It's complicated, yeah, it's a little complicated. I'll tell you tomorrow if Hannah's okay with it, yes. If it helps you help me, then it's fine by me, right? I'm just gonna go along with all this like I've been doing it for most of the night. I see. She looks back at Taku. So what do you want me to do? Well, can you help me? Give me some pointers, you know? Send me on my way? Can't Hagiwara handle this? Nah, that's the problem. See, the thing is, well, like I said, it's complicated. But basically, she doesn't want to go to school right now. Yes, she wants to find the person who awakened these powers. And I was hoping you could help with that. Help us control her powers and help give us some information on that person. And maybe give us a safe place to stay? Yeah? Sure? Yeah? I wouldn't be the best teacher though, since I'm in and out of here all the time. That's okay. I jumped slightly when Takumi drops to his knees all of a sudden, clasping his hands together. Oh my god, I didn't figure for you to be one to beg, you know. Please, really, you're our best chance, our only option. The silence drags on as she stares at him, no expression, nothing said. But as Takumi continues to stare back at her, she sighs. What's in it for me? Right. I can pay you if that's what you need. I can pay you if that's what you want. You guys are a mess. I know. I know. Oh god. But whatever, you can stay here for tonight, and I'll figure it out tomorrow. Yes. I just got back and I'm exhausted. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Taku stands up with a grin, yeah. Thanks, really, but you do look tired. I know. What you been up to? Had another late night out with Pax again? Who the hell's Pax? Don't remind me. I'm going to bed now, night kids. Okay, night. We'll just claim the couches then. Without another word, Aurelia turns and disappears into another room. Takumi and I look at each other and Taku smiles. I'll show you to your room. Oh, okay, I got a room! An actual room. Oh my gosh. Well, I figured because, you know, this apartment seems pretty huge, so to have no guest bedrooms is like kind of weird. Taku takes me to a luxurious room and I get a feeling of nostalgia. Why? It feels like some fancy hotel. Yeah, it does. It actually looks like one too. Or Dad's house in Paris. Yeah. Well, let me know if you need anything. Okay. Like, where's the bathroom? Can you show me where the bathroom is? I'll be on the couch. Good night. Oh, you're getting the couch. Alright, okay, cool. Wait. I reach out and grab his arm. So, he slowly looks back, looking somewhat flustered. That doesn't last long though, as a mischievous glint appears in his eyes. No, you don't you dare say nothing about, you know, maybe you want to sleep together? Nah, none of that. No. What, want me to sleep with you? Shh. Oh. I immediately drop my hand, letting him go. No thanks. What I want is an explanation, right? A thorough one to what's been going on in your life and what all this is. What exactly happened tonight? Exactly, I nearly got myself killed! He sighs and turns around. Fine, in a nutshell, I'm a private detective in Choa. Okay, you kinda gave that away already when you said you were a private eye. I primarily work here in Yoru. Okay, alright, the shady part of town. I help who I feel like helping. Okay, right. I take my jobs at night, and parkour is how I get around. Okay. Aurelia trained me. Oh, right. I carry a variety of magical weapons to help me deal with supernaturals. That guy today, he had the power to create illusions. Yeah, no shit. His magic was known for showing people who they feel the strongest about. You'd think it'd be a lover, but no, it's usually someone who you have strong regrets about or who hurt you. I mean, yeah, makes sense, cause, you know, so I knew you were probably seeing your mother. I would have warned you, but he just suddenly showed up in the wrong place. And wrong time. Either my info was bad or he figured me out. His eyes searched my face. I know it's a lot to hear all at once, but does that about sum it up? Well, that's as good as I'm about to get, right? Can I go to sleep now? Yeah, sure. He's right, that was a lot. I stared at him blankly before remembering myself enough to nod. To think anyone is out there doing what he does. And to think that there's someone with powers like that, right? I was so certain it was Shizuka, she looked so real. Well, that's the whole point of illusion, right? Gotta make it convincing. Takumi begins to leave, and I call out to him before he can go through the door. I want to go see my father tomorrow. Alright? He might know something about Shizuka. Taku puts a hand in the air, waving in acknowledgement before closing the door behind him. Yeah, I'm wondering if we can actually get an answer from him, because I think it was in Show's route where he called us and he was like, oh yeah, by the way, your mom's gone. She has her reasons, but that's all I can say kind of thing, where it's like, I'm pretty sure he knows the reason, but he's just not saying it, so maybe we get it here. Once he leaves, I waste no time diving into bed. It doesn't take even a minute for me to pass out, right? I would imagine. Okay, wow, okay. We're going to Dad's place. Taku and I woke up late as hell today. Well, I don't blame you, girl. A lot has happened in one night. Aurelia wasn't there when we got up, so we scavenged through her cabinets and ate whatever we could find for breakfast. Quote, quote, breakfast, which means an energy bar. After a quick call to my dad to make sure he's going to be in, we arrived at the Shinamura offices after working hours. Okay. Hello, Dad. As soon as Dad sees me, he smiles. But Dad, yeah. Before anything else, I pulled my dad into a big hug before he can even attempt to get up from his chair. Dad, oh, Dad, so much has been going through my adolescent life, or not even adolescent, my early adult life. It's too much for me to handle. He hugs me back just as tightly, and I'm not just talking about, you know, having to cook by myself and pay bills. It's good to see you, sweetie. I nod and let go, moving to stand next to Takumi. Dad, this is... I'm pretty sure he remembers. Takumi, right? Dad smiles, widens, suddenly, yes. Takumi Arai, of course. Yeah, oh my god, I wouldn't forget your childhood best friend. Well, I did. You know, I'm such a good friend. I totally forgot him. My own dad, even he remembers my childhood friend. And yet somehow I did, right? He turns to look at Taku. It's been so long, Takumi. It's nice to see you again. You too, sir. Alright, I clear my throat, drawing attention to myself. Sorry to just bring it up like this, but about Mom. I'm here about Mom, yeah. Hearing the word Mom, Dad's smile falls, and he glances at Takumi beside me. Anything you have to say, you can say it in front of Taku. Right. He sighs, rises, and walks up from behind his desk to stand in front of us. Dad suddenly looked very tired. Your mother called me last weekend. Oh, did she now? She told me she would not be coming home anytime soon. Yeah, I figured. If ever. Okay, I'm not surprised. You don't look surprised. Yeah. He nods. I knew this day might come eventually. Oh, did you now? See, I told you. I knew it. I knew it. Do you know what happened? Yeah. Do you know about what happened to Hannah? He's gonna be like, yes. No. Maybe? Wordlessly, he gives us the smallest hint of a nod, but just that single gesture sends me reeling. Dad, how could you? I feel like I've been punched in the stomach. I breathe out in a whisper. You. How could you? You knew? Yes. Father only stares back at me, the response in his guilty eyes. I stumble backward, nearly tripping over myself before Taku steadies me. I stare at the man I chose to call my father. In that moment, I feel like all of that vanishes, and I'm staring at a stranger. Something snaps inside me, and I feel white-hot anger come out like a flood. Oh, dear girl, that ain't gonna help you because, you know, you're gonna blow up his office, and that's gonna help nobody. I clench my fists and glare at the man before me. What do you know? Yes, what do you know? Where are you hiding Shizuka? Were you in on all this too? Tell me everything. Takumi gently puts his hand on my shoulder. Yeah, chill, girl. I know it's upsetting. I know it really is. I'd be pissed off too, but like, girl, Hannah, calm down. Takumi's voice is so calm and steady that I find myself backing down a little. He looks down with a sad sigh. I've known that Shizuka was an immortal sorceress for many years. Oh, really? And I have known that she has been trying to look for ways to fix that, so we could leave this world together in the end. Whoa. All for true love! Wow, at the expense of me, your quote-quote child. Oh my god. Wow, Dad. Thanks, Dad. He looks up at me. And I do know that she didn't want this... And I do know that she didn't want the solution to be you. Really? Are you sure about that? I want to cover my ears to block out everything he's saying. Oh, so she didn't want to use me, but she went right along with it anyway. Yeah, he knew beforehand. He didn't tell me. He just let it happen. My whole body shakes with restrained emotion. Only a single worried glance from Takumi keeps me from completely exploding. Do you know where Shizuka is? Yeah, where is she? If you would even tell us if you did. He slowly shakes his head no. And that's the truth, right? Although I deserve Hannah's anger and even hate if she so desires it, this is very difficult for me too. Okay? I love my wife. I have for more than half my life. Oh wow. Wow, that dedication, that commitment. And now I'm uncertain if I will ever see her again. Is that all he fucking cares about? That he might not ever see her again? What about me? What about your daughter? Oh my god, Dad. Dad, do you not love me too? I have to live like this now because of what she's done. How can you even look at me after saying that? After everything that woman did. You're awful, Hannah. I freeze at the sound of my name on Takumi's lips. He quietly leads me to the side near the window. If you keep going like that, we'll get nowhere. I understand that you're angry, I do. Yeah, right? But stay quiet and let me investigate a bit with Rokuro. Yes, Hannah. You're getting your emotions are getting the best of you, and it's not getting you anywhere with answers. My head and my heart don't seem to agree. I want to continue to yell at that man until I can no longer yell. But logically, I do understand that it would be better for me to stay quiet and let Taku handle it. Especially since I can't calm down enough to do it myself without shouting. I don't want to agree, but I nod and follow Takumi back. Okay, so do you have any information you can give us about your wife's past activities? Shizuka was often doing things on her own, and I never looked into her affairs too deeply. Alright, the answers to my questions are what might help us find her, so please don't hold anything back. Even the tiniest bit of information could be helpful to us. I mean, yeah, it's a win-win situation. Like, we're both looking for her, right? Or, you know, because you're like, oh, I don't know, you're all sad and shit about and never ever seeing her again. So, like, this is to your benefit as well. Under Takumi's intense stare, he hesitates, then sighs. She didn't keep anything like paperwork in our home. Of course not. She's smart. She seems like a very cunning woman. She most likely had her own financial accounts, but there's one unusual thing that comes to mind. Oh, is it? What is it? Yeah. During late spring of 2013, she what? She was seen spending a great deal of time in Yoru. Oh, okay. I had someone watch her from afar for the first time ever during that period. But I never interfered. I did it out of worry. Okay. He walks back to his desk and after rummaging through a drawer, pulls something out. Something far too small for me to see. He hands it to Takumi, and as it changes hands, I see that it's a USB drive. Oh, okay. This is all the information that I have. Okay. It may not be much, but it still might help, right? And what? I've always assumed that she kept her personal things elsewhere because she never kept anything at home. Wow, no personal effects at all at home. Wow. She's a very thorough woman. So I would think that location holds more information. Okay. Thank you for your help, right? Okay. Alright. Taku slides the thumb drive into his pocket, and after a quick bow, he leaves the room. Yep, bye. I follow after Taku, but something compels me to look back at my father. He looks so terribly sad that the sight of it painfully squeezes my heart. But sadness quickly turns back into anger as I remember this is the man who kept a terrible secret from me. A man who let me be sacrificed so that he and his wife could be happy. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh damn. I turn on my heel and follow Takumi, leaving the office and my father behind. Damn, girl, you got such a hard knock life for you now. God, everything is just going so downhill for you. We make it down in the eerily quiet lobby. Takumi seems lost in thought, so I retreat into my own mind. I didn't expect to find out what I did. How could I have, right? Well, I mean, actually, for us, we we always have our suspicions, so it's like, yeah. I sigh. So what now? So far, we found out that whatever it was that she was doing, she kept it well hidden. Possibly hiding it in some other location? Yep, most likely. But how is that helpful? It's not like we can just know where whatever secret place she might have. The ancestor house, no? Yeah? Oh, yeah, the little cottage place that she took us to. The house that she took me to. Yeah, that could be it, right? I was like, didn't I say this in the very beginnings of the round when she first said I want to go find her or some shit like that, and I was like, okay, you can start by looking at that house she brought you to. God, you just thought of this now? My stomach twists at the thought of that place. I know, it's horrible, bad memories, but like, girl, you gotta start somewhere if you want to be committed. Oh, now she's not even gonna call him that. Okay, well, whatever, girl, whatever. That man didn't seem to know anything about it, so this might really be it. Wait, I have to go back there. Yes. What? Go back where? I sigh and quickly explain my train of thought to Takumi. As I say it out loud, it really hits me. I have to go back to that place again. Yep, no choice. I clench my shaking hands into fists. My heart beats in my throat. The air around me suddenly feels heavy. Everything around me starts to shift, and I fight to keep myself from shaking. Takumi glances at me and quickly pulls out his phone to check the time. I work best at night, so let's just go now. Okay, you little night owl. His voice seems to ground me a little, and I manage a nod. With Takumi leading, we head out of the Shinamura building, intending to ride Takumi's scooter to that place I'd hoped to never go back to. Well, you're gonna have to. We're gonna ride into the sunset. We're gonna ride into the sunset to go back to that place. Anyways, there we go. There's our end of chapter 3 in Takumi's route. So yeah, that so concludes, well, doing all the guys' routes. That so concludes what we can do. Let's see. I wonder if I can go back to some of the choices. Let's see. What choices did we have? I want to stick with that one because I feel like I feel like with either answer we're just gonna have to progress. Like the story is gonna force us to progress in that way, just to get things moving. Very not at all. I kind of want to go back on this answer or this choice because I knew for a fact that Takumi seems like the kind of guy that would not expect us to he flirts with us, but if we flirt back or we say something that catches him off guard, he becomes instantly flustered, and I love characters like that. I can't help but just play into it. But logical me is this one right here, which was I was too busy being thrown to notice. So yeah, that's logical me. Are you going to keep bringing that up? Yes, because you could have just tossed me. You can't just toss the door. I said I was sorry. Yeah, well, sorry doesn't always cut it, mister, right? Takumi moves away and pulls his sleeve back, revealing a okay, that's all he says. Just never toss the door. You can't toss me like that. Anyways, let's see. That's all that can happen. What else? Maybe here. Yes, here. Say no, I'm not, in terms of he says I'm his girlfriend. I am not. I'm his friend Hannah. I need your help. Yes. You're no fun. I wouldn't have believed you anyway. Harsh. Aurelia steps out of the way and gestures for us to come in. Okay, I think that's about it. See, that's not a fun answer. That is definitely not a fun answer. Let's talk inside. I think we move inside. Yes. There we go. Yeah. So that's basically it. That choice was. My choice originally was more interesting, but yeah. Anyways, that's just about it. And Takumi's choice routes, well, so far, whatever. Yeah, the choices that we get so far in his route. So yeah, let's see. So now that we've finished all the guys' preliminary stuff, I feel like since one of you suggested that it was either Tatsuya or show that we should do, and I don't know. I kind of want to do if it's that case, I kind of want to go logically where it's shows first in line. So I'll do show and then I'll do Tatsuya because they both interest me on equal levels, and where we kind of left off in both of their routes, it's we still don't really get much, or we just get enough to kind of want more, to find out more, and I want to find out more about them and on equal levels. So yeah, I might just end up doing that just so I don't have to think about it too hard, because either way I'm gonna do every guy's route in the end. So yeah, so I might just do that. So maybe perhaps in the next episode of Mystic Destinies, we will get started on Show's route, his full route. I will buy his route, and he has 12 chapters. So I feel like we can equally split it in terms of episodes and recordings. Oh my gosh, and Takumi has freaking 15, so I want 3 more chapters than shows. So yeah, I'll probably do shows first. Is there a prologue? There's a prologue! Wait, no. I got excited for a few seconds, but no. It was just the beginning shit before we can choose the guys. So yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna do shows first, just cause like he seems to have the least amount of chapters from the two to choose from or suggested to me, and then we're gonna do Tatsuya, and then I don't know. I'll think about these two, whether I should do Takumi first before Shinji or Shinji before Takumi. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So until then, you guys, tune in next time where we actually officially get started on, you know, completing an actual route, which is shows. So yeah. Yeah, it's really exciting. I like this. I like the way the story is going. I like the setting. Everything is so like every single time I like go back to play any characters or this game in general, I'm just like so excited to find out more about it. And really and now I get to actually dive into it. So yeah. Yeah. Until then, tune in next time for show's official start. And yeah, so bye.